What's up, TTR fam? You know when you see us, we are here to talk about some sick shit. And usually, I'll be a lot more hype. But boy, we got TTR fam. We got some shit. We got some shit we gotta talk about. Like, I need all my sickos to come and let's gather in this circle because we got some shit we got to discuss.
This is a support group now. This is group therapy.
Yeah.
Everybody come together. We're gonna get through this together. Let's everybody hold hands.
So we're gonna
one at a time. Somebody stand up and give 3 fun facts about yourself.
bro, like DK. I'm not gonna go as bad as everyone else though, and saying that you're a bad booker, cause you're not. Just the main event, bro. The main event, it was just really iffy, and I'm hoping you got something that's gonna soothe this, and in the end we're gonna be like, okay, this makes sense. But right now, TK, you got to hear it.
I will give this before we get into anything specific. We're not doing the entire Dynasty show. We want to keep this a little shorter, so we got our main points we're going to talk about. But overall, great show. And congrats on putting on a good show. People like the Hurt Syndicate, y'all did good. We're not talking about you, unfortunately. Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia, you guys did really well. And there was one more in there, but it doesn't matter. But you all put on a great show. We just can't fit everything in here.
I guess we're going to skip over Mercedes Moné and Julia Hart. There's one more, but I forgot about it.
Well, no, she was involved in the
disrespect.
On the itinerary, I said all of the Owen Hart matches, so I figured we'd talk about all 3 of them together.
I'm sorry.
Look at this guy. I'm trying to make sure everybody understands that. We don't want this to be 2 hours long, and it genuinely could be. So before that, and also this was a good show. I do hate the main event and stuff, but I would say this was a 98% really good show. It was just that last little bit that was like, oh, you were close. You almost
you said 98. I gave it like a 90.
Yeah, you could even say 90 if you want to give it more to that. But I would say like 98%. You know what? I'd even drop to like 96%. Because I think there's a couple extra things that I'd like to drop in here as we talk about it. But it was overall a great show. Just that last few.
I love that though. I wasn't the only one. Before we get into this, my last thing I'm gonna say, like as a community, like X is going crazy, and like they're coming at TK, and I feel we're kind of missing the plot here, y'all. Like at the end of the day, we're like, this is all wrestling. We all want to see good grabs. We all want to see our favorite person win, but like. Let's keep it being like to say Tony's a terrible booker is like really just asinine. Like bro literally said, I think like at the beginning of the year, don't quote me, but literally recently he said he just got back in the weeds and bro's pen's been on fire since he touched creative room and got back to writing. And we all can agree with that. We all can see where TK took a break from writing to when he said, give me the pen, I'm a cook. And hasn't missed a beat.
And I would argue that they have been decent shows and stuff. I know the only real blemish is the Death Rider stuff, but like
honestly,
and I think that's pretty a pretty good scaling overall. I mean, to be fair, when the world like this rotation of writing, even with a disappointing main event that we're going to talk about, I loved this build with the Death Riders. The Death Riders actually felt scary and important because someone like Swerve was making them feel that way, and I hope they continue that because. 4 months on Cope was too long. Like it's just way too long. But that's
I love that you brought Swerve. No, because I love that you brought Swerve because that's literally gonna be our first topic. That's probably gonna be the worst of what we're about to get through, ladies and gentlemen. So the whole main event, I'm gonna say this. Mox was doing this thing. I love that. People didn't talk about because they were mad about the winner and whatnot, but no one talked about how Mox wasn't bleeding. It was Swerve. And everyone used to say Mox bleeds all the time. It's a small detail, but
don't let me do it this time, guys. You can bleed this one around.
But I just want to put that out. Swerve was doing this thing. Marina got involved. Prince Nana got involved.
Cutter, that was fire. That cutter spot, love all that. Great, bro. Because that's what I want to emphasize.
Yeah,
like just this match, not the whole pay-per-view, but just this match. 98% of it was great. It was the last,
everything.
The last 4 minutes. That's like, you almost had it. You were right there.
The match is going like a normal Gratz match would. Swerve.
No, I'd say it was better. It was a
hold on,
because like Swerve has a certain level for his matches, and I think it met his expectations with a guy that people have been saying might be a little washed in the ring, but like genuinely, when he has a good opponent, he looks so good. Mox always looks good when he's with a good opponent.
think, and then we seen Mox get put through an announce table. It wasn't a swerve stomp. It was more so like a double knees, right?
It was close enough. I think he was trying, like.
Yeah,
I wouldn't risk him trying. I think a regular Meteora makes more sense for him to fall on instead of trying to put his feet on his shoulders. Yeah. That would have been a weird spot.
Bro, if he would have missed, that should have been bad.
Yeah.
But we had a little bit of carnage. Then we had Hangman Page. We got to put that out there. Hangman Page. Bro was ready to lights swerve up, bro. My man was leaning back and forth. I'm like, he's about to give this nigga the clothesline from hell. I was waiting for it. And then he seen Mox, bro. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I like this.
I love because I don't think he was gonna hit Swerve. I don't think he intended to at all. I think he was checking where Swerve was, but I don't think he was aiming for Swerve. And I think it doesn't matter because of the result, but I think that's great because, of course, when Swerve sees him on Wednesday, why'd you get in the way? He's not going to assume he was there to help him. Well, he's going to let it slip that he was not there for Swerve, and I can't wait to see that or to hear that interaction. He's going to let it slip. He's not going to say it. He was going to say something where he's just like, I wasn't aiming for you, and then he's just going to walk. Oh, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, I will say, and then, as Hangman is about to light someone up, we don't know who, we're speculating, but then we seen the normal Death Riders come out. No, we seen Pac. Hold on. We seen Pac come out. He looked at him. They had a little stare down. Then we got to the normal Death Rider stuff. Yuta, Claudio came out.
Did you see how Claudio's big ass ran at Hangman? That is a scary sight.
Oh my God.
I think, what was it, the tag match on Collision where he broke up a pin by like run crawling into the ring? I'm like, that is terrifying. He's too big to be moving that fast. Like, bro, I'm not fighting that. You gotta shoot him.
Oh my God.
I'll be honest with you.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If I see that shit real, I'm shooting you. Cause why you moving like that, bro?
I am not about to fight that. I don't care. No. There's no talking it out either. I'm not taking whatever hit he's about to throw at me.
Oh, fuck no.
Whether it's a shoulder bump or a punch, I'm getting knocked out. I'm not dealing with it. He gotta go before he get close to me.
Nah. Oh my God.
Bro can be run up to give me $5. Unless he makes that known before he gets close, I can't let him get close.
Nah, Claudio was a scary sight. And then Hangman was doing this thing. Swerved helped a little bit, and then we was about to get to it. They got Hangman out. No, sorry. Then the Ops came out.
There you go.
I'm missing something. Bro. Ops came out. Everyone. I'm just paraphrasing. Ops came out. They got all the Death Riders. Hangman. Everyone got to the back. Then we was left with Swerve, Mox. Swerve hit him with the swerve stomp.
Yeah, and tears in his eyes. He hit the swerve stomp on Mox.
I'm popping out my chair, out my couch. I'm like, oh, we about to see a new champion. I'm about to get ready to do. I'm typing on my phone to tweet like we got a new motherfucking champion. And then the lights go black. I'm like, what? Who's here to help?
That's what I said. That was my first thought.
I'm like, who's here? I'm not thinking of. And wait till y'all hear who comes, because I'm thinking the only person I can really see doing this would have been Darby. That's what
I thought too. And I'm like, there's no way he's going on a mountain. So this is not him. Who the f is in the dark? I was distraught. Who's in the dark?
Yes. And then the lights come out. Boom. Who we see? The motherfucking Young Bucks, bro. I damn near threw my phone through the TV, bro. When they held Swerve's arms like this, I was like, I knew it's over.
Yeah.
I knew it was over.
For my perspective, right? Lights go off. I'm thinking, I have no idea who this is. This might be someone who got released doing something. That's all I thought. Mm-hmm. The lights came on. I saw the Young Bucks, and you lost me. I was gone. I was like, there's no, because I also thought, in my sick delusion, I was like, maybe they're gonna drop his hands and kick Mox. They didn't do that. They had a BCE trigger and pin Swerve, and I thought to myself, why did the Young Bucks attack Swerve? Because they have the one interaction when Swerve was champion. I guess they could say, well, we don't like that you don't like Hangman, which I guess fair, but here was kind of a bad idea because the last interaction that the Young Bucks had with the Death Riders, they got chased out to Japan and have not been back since. So why?
So,
and I heard it's for Anarchy in the Arena. I don't give a shit because the Young Bucks and the Death Riders and Anarchy in the Arena could still happen with a World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland. So I don't care about Anarchy in the Arena.
I'm gonna say this though, because I was just like you earlier, and then someone made a point and said, "You have to remember, Mox said this months ago. This shit's bigger than all of us." He says, "Bigger than me," and it's kind of making sense. I hate how we went about it, but I honestly that makes sense now. You remember, bro? I used to say all the time, "Why is Mox always talking in riddles?" I always said that. I mean, you agreed. We say he's talking for someone. We both agreed.
But then why did they bitch the Young Bucks during their thing if the Young Bucks were the people that was holding?
Because at the time, though, remember, bro, at the time, we were speculating that, another McMahon was about to slide on to the dub, Shane.
Hey, if that means we don't get it, you know what? This is a great decision then if we don't get Shane McMahon. That's fine then.
Listen,
all right.
Because you have to remember, at the time, Shane was in the talks, and then we all I thought anyway, it was going to be Shane or Mac. But
you know what? The Death Riders could get worse. You're right. I should be thankful for what we got. You know what? That has really helped me come to perspective that it could have been worse. Because I don't think Shane McMahon in this would have made any sense. But
listen, I think Swerve losing has to build for something. But I will say, whatever it builds to, what I will not tolerate is Darby as champ.
Yeah, I tweeted earlier, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. You're setting up Darby for disappointment from 50% of the audience. 50% are going to understand, the other 50 are not. And you risk losing that other 50 because of that.
Like right now,
yeah,
All In is locked in for whoever. Darby cannot be no part of nothing until after All In.
If Darby...
he doesn't get this moment right now.
I'm not going to lie to you. If Darby is the wild card, that's the only way it's going to work. You can't have him come out, post Double or Nothing and set up a match. Because... then what do you do? A triple threat with the winner of the Owen, Darby, and Mox? That wouldn't work because that's not fair. It doesn't clock it. So if he's not the wild card, you know who is gonna beat Moxley? They're Billy Goat. Because the only person left, it's either him or Kenny, and they don't want to combine the world title and the international title. It's gotta be Will Ospreay. But look at the tournament, the bracket that we're at. It's gotta be Will. But it just also depends on who the wild card is. Because the wild card is Darby. All right, it's Darby. Darby's winning. It's going to suck, but Darby's going to win. But if it's not Darby, it's got to be Will Ospreay. That's the only one left. Because you fed Swerve.
Well, hold on. What if Swerve enters into the Owen now that he lost?
I thought that. I tweeted that out, dude. Make him the wild card.
Make him a wild card and he wins again?
I would lose because then at that point, you got to take the belt off Mox.
Yeah.
He's either gonna be... If he's the wild card and beats Hangman, he's got to win the tournament. He's got to beat Mox because that's ridiculous. But that would be so great. Making a Texas death match? Fuck it, bro. And All In Texas? I booked it. I just booked it. There you go. I booked it. Get Darby up out of here. Swerve becomes the wild card, wins the Owen, makes a Texas death match in Texas.
Now,
I did it.
Speaking of your beloved Kenny Omega, he was in action last night too. Bro had a match of the night, and I'm on the fence with Kenny Omega right now. But for the match that he had last night, they was cooking it up. It was that damn good.
I gotta ask, you didn't like the finish of this match? Because I saw it on Twitter.
No.
You didn't like okay, continue, and then I'll explain why you're wrong.
I'm explaining why I don't like it. I'm not even gonna be a troll. Huh?
Yeah, if you want to go right into it, that's fine. I didn't know if you want to run down the match. All I want to say is they slapped Ricochet's bald ass.
No, I'm not. I only ran down through the main event because there's kind of parts that need to be discussed. But through this, Kenny won. I just didn't like the ending, bro. I didn't like how they had Speedball hanging from his drawing. I understand hanging from the turnbuckle. I understand the spot that they were in and whatnot. I get that, but I don't know. Maybe because I'd just rather him seeing him get beat down or played a different way. I just didn't like the turnbuckle spot because I'm like, he could easily just with how strong his legs are, he could easily got up out of that and did some. That's just because I noticed stuff like that.
I mean, if I had to defend it in kayfabe, he has been in a very intense match, and he's got to work up all his core strength to get up. If he's even a little stuck, you see the pin happening, you start to panic. Like, if I had to give it that reason, but no, I like that spot. I actually like that idea. It made Speedball look good. It made Ricochet look really good. Then he had to do an avalanche one-winged angel to keep him down. That's true. He's like, hey, bro, I know only like me and 2 other people have ever kicked out of this move. Do you mind if I do it off the top rope to make sure you're pinned? Like, that's great. I think they all looked phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Ricochet's hilarious.
Spot? Yeah, dude. I loved it. Commentary spot was perfect. I said it. Ricochet needed to keep that energy when he was done with Swerve. He's doing it. Congratulations, Ricochet. You're on track to winning that international and then instantly to that AEW World Title thing. He's just got to keep up this work. And like, also, bro's doing that. Go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry. Just if people start to cheer him, don't make him a babyface. Just keep him doing this slimy heel shit. It's working. It's so
He don't gotta be like the. He don't gotta be like the. I hate to bring this person up because I know y'all don't like him in the dub, but he could be. He doesn't have to be like a Cody Rhodes now. He could be literally like a Roman.
Yeah, well, not even just that. I mean, just AEW does not thrive when it comes to baby faces. The reason Will Ospreay stands out is because he's just a pure baby face when everybody else is tweeners, and it works for Will Ospreay because he's just a charismatic guy. He's really loud. He's excited. He's got all that energy. He really gets the crowd mixed up. So it's like it works for him because he has that relationship with the fans. But you can't just try to make anybody in the company a blue-eyed.
It has happened like naturally for real.
Yeah, because even, like I said, even Swerve, because right under Will Ospreay would be Swerve, but Swerve's nowhere near that type of baby.
Hold on, but I know we're talking about this. I know we're talking about this through way, but I have a perfect person that's actually gonna become a good face. You know who?
Okay. Don't say Big Bill.
No, because you're gonna hate what I'm about to say.
I'm willing to hear you out.
Let's go, Max. He's the best wrestler alive.
I'm no longer hearing you out. I am officially no longer hearing you out. Let's talk about this Kenny Omega match that was so good. Nope, stop talking to me. Kenny, the god of pro wrestling. I almost quit the podcast after that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, that's funny as hell.
I will say he isn't entertaining me, but I was entertained by his performance on the pre-show. If you haven't seen it, go it's pretty good.
He is hilarious, bro. It is hilarious. He made a fan out of me, bro. I'm sorry. I used to can't sit the rap. I'm glad he's done with the rapping shit. I know Pod. I know Pod. We're talking about the three, but I just want to get Max is. I know everyone hate him, but since he stopped rapping, bro's been killing it. I just want to say that. But back to the three-way. Ricochet.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
I would be ignorant to say that Max Caster's singles run so far isn't working. It is. I just personally don't like it. All right, back to Kenny Omega.
Respect it. I think Ricochet wins the AEW strap by the end of the year.
This year? Well, hold on. No. That's fair. That's pretty fair. I think I immediately jumped to, like you said, this year. I'm thinking like next year. It's like that's not fair. I'm thinking by World's End I don't think so, unless they really give him like a big push post All In, or I guess leave up to and then post All In. Like if he has a really good story going into All In and then has a really good match there, I could see that.
Wait, I said the World Strap.
Yeah, you said the AEW.
Oh no! Sorry. The strap that Kenny got. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misspoke. That's me.
Hey, well, I mean, then I could definitely see that. Then I could actually see him not doing the C2 in order to get the international title.
I want him to win. I want him to win the world strap, but I'm trying to be realistic, because I really I love him, but I don't think they see him as being a person that he could jump getting that. You know what I mean?
I think he needs to finish his story with the international title first. I do agree. But dude, that's why I was so shocked. I was like, maybe if it goes into All In with like a really good story and then like he isn't going for the international title or at all before that, maybe you can just slide him in there. But I was like, I wouldn't rush it. I wouldn't rush it.
But we're talking about three and we're only talking about two people. I want to make sure we bring up Mike Speedball Bailey. Bro, stuff. Bro, you gotta put shoes. You gotta put shoes on, bro. So I seen you give Kenny a mean kick, and I see you toe grace his lips. I promise you, I would have paralyzed and died, and I got the fuck about the match, bro. I don't care if I'm supposed to win or not. I'm telling the ref I'm gone, dog.
It's just like, it's not even a wrestling move that it finishes you. It's like, his toe touched my lip, bro. It touched my lip. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not going back in that ring with unless he puts some shoes.
Listen, bro. Because here's my issue. Like, bro, like, I get his character has to wear no shoes. I get that, right? But the fact that I know that you are walking around back with no shoes from your locker room,
everywhere,
all the way down the ramp, and you know how people spit, piss, sweat, and all on the bottom of your feet.
Yeah,
and then you go get in the ring where people are spitting, sweating, and possibly bleeding.
Yeah, you gonna put that on my face? He's gonna kick me?
Bro, no.
The second time, and I'm like, I love you, Bailey, but you're not pinning me after you just touched my lip.
I'm telling you, man. He gave Ricochet a mean kick to the forehead, bro. Strong ass legs, but barefoot to the face would have KO'd me real life. Yeah. I'm telling you, I can't, bro.
That kick when Ricochet was on commentary is my favorite clip. I've been rewatching it all day.
Oh, bro, it's hilarious.
At least 40 times. It's just, you just see that foot come out of frame and just whack him in the. Have you seen the other angle? An audience member recorded?
Yeah,
it's
bro.
It's just as funny because he just comes out of nowhere and kicks him in the face.
Bro, at that point, I would tell Taz, tell me the back, I ain't coming back, bro. I'm not dealing with this.
I'm not taking the pin after he just touched my bottom lip with his foot. I'm not doing it.
I don't care if I'm supposed to win or if I'm supposed to get a big push. You lost me, dog. You lost me. But he did good, though. Besides that, he did really good. Like, I enjoyed him to a point where you almost made, I'm a damn near a fan.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, I'm damn near a fan right now.
He's in line to be a really good babyface. He's almost at the same, like, idea of Will Ospreay, but I'll be fair, I haven't really watched Mike Bailey promos, so I don't know how he how they get there.
He could talk.
Well, I'm saying at a level like Will Ospreay.
Okay.
He could be that mid-card Will Ospreay and then have him build up some more, until the world title, but that Mike Bailey speedball match for the world title, I don't care who it's against, it's already going to be a banger, and I'm excited to see it in the future. Probably not to 2027 maybe, depending. I got a list of names, but there's a lot of people in that spot right now that can take that spot. So I mean, it depends.
All right, we'll see. Now, let's talk to the women's title match. I had an issue with this, so y'all gonna hear my mouth.
Wait, can I start this one? Because I actually physically have to apologize. On the last podcast, I joked, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Toni Storm won by a roll. I mean, I didn't know that's how she was gonna win, dog. I didn't know they were listening to the podcast. That's my bad, King. I would have preferred a different finish, but
bro, I seen it.
Destroyed.
I almost called you, bro, because I was gonna cuss you out. I was like, bro, there's no way. I'm like, why? I'm like, so why, bro? The match array was pissing me off because I'm like, this is going too good for Megan. Too good, because she was too dominant, bro. Too dominant.
So you started to realize, Toni Storm's
I'm watching it, and I'm like, yeah, Megan beat her ass. And I'm just sitting there looking at the time, and I'm like, damn, you really been beating her ass for a minute. And, like, Toni hasn't really fought back. And, like, when did I realize? When Luther got fucked up? Yeah. I'm like, there it goes. And I'm like, no way Toni wins, and she fucking won. I'm so pissed.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I popped when I saw the 3 hip attacks into the Storm Zero, and then Megan kicked out at 1. Got me. It got me. I'll admit that was a sick spot, and honestly, I kind of wish she would have won off with that. But I guess you keep Megan looking good because she got a surprise roll-up victory. I don't know if that makes her look as strong. I think it would have been stronger if she took 3 hip attacks and a Storm Zero to beat. I think it made her look, I guess I don't want to say stupid. It just doesn't look as good as I think they wanted it to look.
I mean, but it wasn't supposed to, because Toni already made it apparent that Megan was a big bitch. Yeah, and she made it apparent that Megan's very strong. So she kind of hinted and known that Megan was like above her league.
Her weight
class, Yeah, no, I'm talking about her league.
No, that's like her
she
weight
knew.
class. She's gonna get outweight. She's taller and with more muscles than you. She's in a different weight class. She's swinging different.
So fucking like if you listen to her content, she definitely like what's the word I'm looking for? She pointed to it that like I don't know if I'm gonna do this, and then her winning and her win by robe like it makes sense. It makes sense. Like I didn't really beat you, and you didn't really beat me, but I kind of outsmarted you type thing, Because now we could have another match and make it beat your ass, or Tony shows that she's the bigger bitch and she wins.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would like I think Double or Nothing. You put it on Megan because now I'm just thinking of Chris Statlander, Megan Bain all in. I think that would just be nice.
Wait, what?
For all in, be Chris Statlander and Megan Bain. Have Chris win the Owen. What? Was the wrong?
Who's winning the Owen?
Chris Statlander. Who else is gonna win the Owen? Not Mercedes. Not Athena. They got a match at All In. They just haven't booked it yet.
have a good night, y'all.
Who else is in the Owen? Who's on the 4th slot? Because the semis is gonna be Mercedes, Chris, Athena. Who's the 4th? That's like what is that other match? I shouldn't even say the
unless I'm tripping, is Willow not in this?
No, I don't think she is. I don't think Willow's in this. Unless there's a wild card. It could be her in the wild card. If they have a wild card. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. You continue about the...
No, because if she's not in it, then I agree with you. But Willow's in it. I'm always going to go for Willow. I'm always going to go for Willow.
Oh, in fact, if Willow shows up, Chris ain't winning nothing. I don't hear nothing about Chris.
I already know Mercedes and Athena. I kind of feel like we all know that's kind of booked already for All In. We just got to get through the story to get there. I feel like we kind of knew that, though.
Jamie Hayter's going to be in that 4th slot because she fights Billy Stark, so she's going to win that. And then, I don't want Chris versus Jamie. No, that's such a good match. Oh, my God. Yeah, I still don't think, because Mercedes and Athena is in the semifinals, right? And then... and the other side is Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, because I don't think Thunder Rosa's beating Chris Statlander.
That'd be crazy. I don't mind it, but I don't mind it though.
Well, that's why I
wouldn't mind it, but
I don't think Monet's winning that. Or I think Monet's winning her qualifier to get to the finals, but I don't think she wins the tournament.
Hold on, bro, because since you're talking about the Owen, we might as well talk about the gas Owen matches that we had because we had Will Ospreay, bruv, versus my guy Kevin Knight. Now again, hold on, because now I'm gonna start to say this. If y'all don't believe me, y'all can see my last video. I said I knew Will was most likely going to win. I said I wanted Kevin Knight to win. Me and RJ got in a little verbal tussle, but
because I was right, Will was winning the whole tournament.
but we kind of knew Will was going to win. But you can start this off. Go ahead, RJ.
Well, Will was going to win the tournament. Is going to win the tournament more than likely. So of course, Will Ospreay was beaten. But god damn, what a match! Remember when we said we just need to book black talent? Look at what Kevin Knight is doing, just as booked black talent. Incredible, bro. Incredible. What?
You're crazy.
No, I'm still thinking about it because, bro, all they do is put him on screen. Look at him. He's a superhero. Bro, it's crazy good. That dude's gonna win that AEW World title in a couple of years, and he's not even a question.
I would say he's been in the for not even a full week yet.
3rd match, and he put on I would assume Wrestling Observer's gonna give it 5 stars because they just love Will Ospreay. That's a 5-star match right there. I'd give it 5 stars. That was if the triple threat was even 1% less good, this would be match of the night. That's how good that match was. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Kevin looked good.
Has some buddies. Bro is just sitting there. He just doing a crunch midair and just drop it on bruv nothing. And I was like, bro, he is beating bruv's ass. And I haven't seen Will actually work this hard since Kyle Fletcher.
Facts, and they were at war with each other.
Yeah, I haven't seen bruv work this hard since Kyle Fletcher because Kevin was bringing it to him.
Bro, and Kevin has such a bright future. I could see him as the triumphant, smiling baby face to go for the AEW title, or the man that got tired of getting beat. Yeah, or the guy that got tired of getting beat and went heel and just all the flying. Dude, I can't wait for Kevin Knight. He's going up, and he just as long as he stays healthy, keeps putting out good matches, he'll get there a lot faster. He's that good. I love this match.
And I love that he was endorsed by Will again.
Yep, because I love that guy. He's good.
No, I definitely will put that out there. Like that shit was such a good match. On the flip side, on the women's side.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought you could call the men's one trash. I was gonna say we gotta talk about that one, but yeah, no, we can go the women's first. Mercedes Moné and Julia Hart. Good match.
That was a banger.
It was a good match.
Good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match, and then I left. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was that crazy. I thought it was a good match, and I enjoyed it. It's probably one of the best Julia Hart matches, because she's so young. But I mean, when you put a Mercedes Moné, how can you not have like the best match you're gonna have? But she's overbooked.
She had one botch too. And I know everyone, and like a lot of people are talking about Bob,
oh no,
it wasn't.
But when Jey Uso does it, he's a triumphant hero. Like I don't care what. I don't listen to botches anymore. I just make fun of the people that botch, as long as they're okay, of course. I'm never gonna make fun of them hurt. But if it was funny, it's funny. I mean, Nathan Frazier had a botch on SmackDown. I don't care. Like you can't make me think Nathan Frazier's bad. I don't care.
Hey, we're talking strictly dub.
I can bring up the other side. It's smart.
I just wanted shut the hell up. I just wanted to bring up that though. Even though she had that one botch, I feel like she was carrying the match though.
I wouldn't say carried. I would definitely say she was really good in the match, but I think both women held their own fairly strongly enough. I don't think anyone really carried. I think they were both just really incredible athletes that put out a good match there. I don't think.
Let me see. Okay, carry is such a strong word. Let me rephrase that. I feel like Mercedes showed out that match. If you doing shit that I haven't seen her do in a while.
Oh yeah, because
and she's moving a lot better than the ring. I just wanted to put that out there. Julia Hart though, I think, is definitely gonna get the TBS strap soon.
Yeah, she's gonna get it back. I think it would be post All In though, because I think we said it last time. People were down on Julia Hart for a while. I think she's 23, and people were like, "All right, yeah, no, she's done." I'm like, "Done? She's got so much more to do." But yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. All right, now you say you want to talk about what was the other match you want to talk about on the flip
Kyle
side?
And Mark Briscoe had a banger match last night, man. And there's no way I'm getting dirty looks for this. That match was great. They got really good chemistry, dog. I don't care how you feel about Mark Briscoe. Don't look at the camera like. Don't look at the camera.
I really was trying to skip this match too.
Why?
And we end up talking about it anyway.
It's an Owen match. This was a tournament match, so we got to talk about it.
I was gonna skip about it because we already knew Kyle was gonna win. But Mark...
Yes, but they had a great match. We had Chicken hit 3 froggy bows and lose. Come on, man. You can't say the quality of that match is bad just because you don't like Briscoe. Kyle Fletcher looked like a fucking monster out there.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be completely honest. The moment I was already turned off from bro from the pre-show. I was already turned off from bro. And then he comes onto the screen again. I instantly was at negative 3,000. It was over. The aura wasn't there. I don't see it. I don't get how y'all like get behind this. I'm trying. So I'm watching the shit. But I don't get it.
Briscoe, bro. He's just a guy. I think for the same reasons people like Mark Briscoe, the same reason they like Eddie Kingston. And it makes sense that you don't like either of them. Because they're just guys. They're just like dudes. These are dudes that my dad would hang out with. Bro, like, they're just guys. They chill, bro.
I'm going to say this. We're talking about a guy, Eddie Kingston, who I don't care for, but I really think he's going to be the wild card.
I do too.
But we're talking about a guy that's going to get you the corner and do. And that's supposed to pop me? That's supposed to pop me? No,
yes,
it's not gonna pop me, bro.
It's machine gun chops. They're not supposed to be slouch slappers. They're fast. They're continuous on the chest. Don't make me.
Bro, he's not going fast, bro. He's not going fast, bro. Bro, I'm supposed to see this machine gun chops. These are machine gun chops, bro.
You watch one Eddie Kingston match, bro.
I have.
You watch the other ones.
Bro, like I've been trying, like I don't get it. And then I'm watching Mark Briscoe, and like the fly shit's cool. Like I'm not gonna take that away from. Like it's cool, he be doing some shit. But bro, what am I supposed to pop out my seat for?
You'd enjoy
missing teeth, bro.
You'd enjoy the Briscoes versus FTR and dog collar match because they just throw them around. I think you'd love to watch that. Tables, stairs, chairs, blood everywhere. I think you'd really enjoy that match.
Bro, I barely care for FTR. I barely care for them.
How do you barely care for FTR?
I only fuck with Dax because Dax is a real one.
You know what's crazy?
Dax is a bitch.
A perfect transition into the last topic, which is FTR going heel on Adam Copeland.
It should have happened. I don't know why we're up in arms and we're having a discussion about this. It was going to happen. The moment Cope lost the strap twice, it was over.
He was Dunsky. And I just want to say, you said that they might break up FTR. I told you they're not breaking up, bro. I said it on the pod. I said, you're going to be surprised when they hit that Shatter Machine. And what did they hit? That Shatter Machine. I love that moment. That was so good. I wasn't convinced for a second. Once he went to go pick up Copeland and I saw Dax get in position, I was like, perfect. Get him. Jump him right now. I
definitely thought they were gonna break him up, but I'm cool with this. I still think Cash is a bitch though, because Dax was the real reason why he turned heel. Because again, I'm said on the last pod, and I'm gonna say it again here real quick. Why am I going to put my career on hold to help Cope lose twice? And I get nothing out of it. And then you want us to tag with the same loser.
Fair. That part's fair. That brother only lost twice, and they're like, hey, another title match? To go
in this trio's title tag match, we had... Sorry, so it was like skirting around in these wet conditions, but... We never tagged in the trios tag match in a long ass time because we've been beefing. And you think we're going to win the stretch from them?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey.
Listen, Cope should got worse. He should got beat on worse.
Oh my God. 5 pile drivers to a surgically repaired neck, 3 concertos isn't enough for you? You psychopath.
Get him out of here, bro. Like, if I'm Dax, I'll beat the hell out of him. I'll put my career on hold. To watch you lose, I'm beating your ass.
Bro said 3 concertos, multiple pile drivers. He ain't bleeding. Do it again. Do it again till he's bleeding. That's not enough. But you know what this means? We might get that Edge and Christian reunion versus FTR. Bro, tag team wrestling. I might be the only one
I don't want to see that though.
Why? You're the only person who ever said that.
I'm about to say I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Edge and Christian again. I'd rather see Christian by himself. I don't need Cope to fondle over there. Christian and the Patriarch right now, I like that.
Really? It's just Nick Wayne being a little bitch.
Nick Wayne's about to deal with Father Christian here shortly. Because I'd rather watch that though.
We about to get Nick Wayne versus Christian, then Ed and Christian versus FTR. Can't wait. You know what's crazy about this family breakup? The family breakup is literally just because Christian did a stupid thing, which whoever wrote that should have, it was a stupid thing. And Nick Wayne just like, you know what? Like, that's his whole story. Just like, I guess. They just don't want to do the Christian thing anymore. I miss Luchasaurus.
I know this was on the itinerary, but I like to say this, though. I'm going to ask. If not, I'm going to go on a little rant really quick. Did you watch the pre-show?
I did watch the pre-show because I was bored. So I watched the pre-show.
Oh, yes. Okay. So,
I watched all of it, but I saw the matches. Like, once the matches started, I unmuted it. But I didn't watch, like, the interviews and things in between.
Okay. That's fine. I won't talk about the match then. I will talk about how you'll see Top Flight AR Fox versus Crew and Nick Wayne.
Yeah.
Nick Wayne act just like his daddy Christian, because bro was not the match. He would let them do all the work, and then he tried to clean it up.
Yeah.
On the flip side, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that was just great. It's literally just him pretending to be Christian, which works because he's been working under Christian for the past 6 months. So it's like, I like that. That's a lot of fun.
So now, I like to say Leo Rush and Andrade, really good. I hope we see a 7-game series between these two, including
trios or the tag teams.
The tag teams. The tag teams, yeah. Because Nick Wayne is not really part of the trio, sorry.
Yeah,
the tag teams.
Because I was like, because the trio would be a lot of fun, but I don't think Nick Wayne wants to stick around those two, especially if he's got to do stuff with Christian. But yeah, fair.
But, and then on the flip side now, we had Darius and Dante Martin, the original Top Flight. And boy,
and
they
Layla
had
Gray.
AR.
Don't forget Layla Gray.
Oh, sorry, Layla Gray. My fault. The original Top Flight.
Continue.
Don't hurt yourself over there, big boy.
Hey, you worry about you, I'll worry about me.
And then we had to also talk about and glaze how great AR Fox was in the ring. Boy, that man is fucking amazing, and he needs to be promoted. I don't know if it's like I don't want to say promotion and like downgrade anyone else, but boy needs to be on Dynamite like all the time.
You put him on Collision. That's your wrestling show. He hasn't got to cut a lot of promos.
Even fine.
He can put on some 5-star matches over there. There's also a title on that show that you can put on him if you let him build himself up over there. But I don't know why AR Fox isn't on my screen more. That is interesting.
Yeah, bro, I don't get it,
really
bro.
good.
I honestly don't get it.
That spot,
like every time
he did like the springboard into the kick and then rolled backwards into a dual cutter.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
Bro,
You're just doing that for a pre-show? Like, okay. Like, I was like,
bro,
wow.
said I've just been practicing this,
Yeah.
in the gym last night. Let me try this, see if it works. Boy, popped me out my seat.
Yeah, that was great.
I just want to talk about that, and then we can talk about Let's Go Max. He's the best wrestler alive. Like, I need to get that on the shirt now. But my boy Max came out with, the open challenge. And I feel like me and you both knew. I called it, said Anthony Bones is gonna come back. He is now. What's his tagline?
The pride of pro
pride
wrestling.
Of wrestling. Okay, yeah.
And also the five tool player, I think is his other one. Which I mean,
I don't know.
I didn't think you needed both, but hey, man, maybe he just knows different than me. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know what the 5 tool is, but hopefully explains that. But he came back.
Baseball reference, I think. I don't because he tweeted it a few times with baseball emoji stuff. I think it's a baseball reference. I don't know.
But he came out, which we all knew he was going to eventually come out. But he came out beat with Billy Badass. He shouldn't be there, but
he squashed that motherfucker. Don't just say he beat him. He squashed him.
Hold on. I'm gonna say he definitely squashed him.
Yeah,
I feel like we all knew it was gonna happen anyway because that was kind of the premise of this whole thing. I think we now get away from the squash matches and we're gonna get into some real shit now.
I agree.
Between them two.
I think you could have a really good Anthony Bowens Max Caster match at All In if you build it correctly. And I think you start by having Max kind of get a little insecure, just a little bit, and have you have Bowens winning matches and let Caster get a little insecure, and then have him start getting serious and start winning some stuff, and you can have them do a really fun match. If you don't go that way, makes sense. It's fine. That's kind of new. But I think you can have a really good match between those two. That isn't a squash match. But I mean, you'd have to build the story there for it.
And I think when we transition into Max being a lot more serious, I think we need to switch up his gear a little.
I like that his gear is still the acclaimed gear though. For now, I do see. I agree with you. I don't know what he'd change it to, but I like the idea that he's still holding on to that, even though like Bowen's got new gear. Billy isn't coming out like that anymore. I like that. Let's keep that. The All In match. He comes out with new gear. You could do that, but I mean, again, that's an idea of an idea because we don't even know if that's a consideration for even Double or Nothing, which is before All In. So I just think that's kind of a fun idea.
Okay. Anywho, I was saying change gear, bro. Saw ball wait to All In. Why are we waiting that goddamn long to change some goddamn pants?
Because he's holding on to the Acclaimed, and then like the go home show, he tells he's like,
him losing last night was not the end of the Acclaimed. Once and for all getting pinged by your tag partner, RJ.
He still has the pants on. That's his outfit. He's still wearing the Acclaimed outfit. Now, if he was to come out Wednesday in new gear, fine. Then F that idea. But I think the idea of him not letting go of the gear, even though everybody else has, he'd be like, hey, man, why do you still wear the Acclaimed gear? I thought you said we were over. We got this match at All In, and All In, he comes out with new gear. I just don't think... I think you're undersimplifying how a cool moment can be. You just don't like moments. You're not one of those WWE fans.
Yeah, Pa, we're about to just end it because bro's just talking some bullshit right now.
How is that bullshit?
Yeah, bro said bro's really about to try and gaslight me to believe we need to wait 16 months to change the goddamn
cycles.
We had to wait 16 months to watch a man change the pants. That's what he's telling me.
2 months, like we got Double or Nothing in between.
So why are we waiting, RJ? Why are we waiting too much to chase some goddamn Charleston's pants? Why wait too much?
The story would be that he won't let the Acclaimed go, and that's why he's losing matches. I don't see what the problem is. I feel like we're on different wavelengths, but like you're not even trying to understand me. I can understand your side, but you don't even try to understand the vision.
I'm listening. I'm sitting here listening to you, bro.
Storytelling.
I get that, but you're telling me, like, this is the last thing that we're going to end it here. You're telling me, bro, we're going to watch Max. I want to make sure I get these in here. We're going to watch Max wear his old team's gear.
He's already wearing
for 2 months. Hold on. You're right. For 2 months, 2 more months, when he already got beat by his former tag partner and his former manager already. Literally, his former manager coming out with his former partner and watching them get beat on. That's at the end of the claim that night. You're telling me.
No.
So RJ, I'm gonna ask you this.
It's been over. Okay. The Acclaimed has been over, but he's still wearing the gear. So that's what I'm saying. Odds are he's going to be still wearing this gear after All In. I thought it'd be a cool moment. My bad. I thought you give him a cool moment to pop on All In.
RJ, let me ask you this. So if I beat you in a bat tomorrow, are you still going to wear your TTR gear for the next 2 months? Like, that's all I want to know.
You'll be wearing a jumpsuit. So, yes, probably. I don't know. I feel like once I get you arrested, me, Danny, and Jake is still run the other pod. I don't know. Like, bro, he's going to beat me with a bat. What the Yeah. I'll probably still wear it. I'll probably still be a co-host out here. You'll be in jail. Well, that's unrelated.
I say you'll be in a jumpsuit.
Yes. No. This guy just wants to. This dude just invites me to to record just so he can threaten me each week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Nah, that was hilarious. But TTR fam and sickos, I like to say thank you for coming to our TED Talk today. If you are distraught, if you are upset about the main event, please come talk to us in the comments because we will talk back. Yeah, if you are happy
session, guys,
about this comment about the main event and you are ecstatic that John Mox is still champ, please tell me why so I can understand. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see the other side. I'm trying to see it. But I'm not seeing why we're going to do that. Well, we could ask for a ship. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But, and we'll find out. Is the wild card match on Wednesday, or are they delaying that? I hope they don't. But are they?
I think everything happens on Wednesday.
Okay, good. Because I know the finals are at Double or Nothing, so we got it. I know we got some time before that, so that's the only reason why I asked. Because that really does just determine what's going on, and I hope it's not Darby.
It's okay, bro. We got save it. We gotta save it for the next pod. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't forget. If you made it to the end of this video and you're a little bit tired, RJ got something for y'all.
Little Glytch energy right here. He's my title address. Isn't that right title? Yeah, dude. He said also he used code SHOOT, the number 2 win. Got a discount. So now we're energized and running so smooth on a discounted energy price. Guys, I really thank you all for watching. We will hopefully be back later this week to discuss Dynamites. Hopefully, as long as we don't get a randomly dud Dynamite, we should be back to talk to you guys. We really appreciate you guys for watching. And we will see you when we freaking
and with RJ. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.